Barack Obama was turning on the charm at a recent campaign event in Wisconsin. He gave his full backing to Mary Burke's bid to be state governor. But it's a rare appearance for him on the campaign trail, and with his flagging approval ratings, many Republicans are trying to link him to their opponents in campaign adverts like this one.
Obama's candidate for Senate in Kansas? Greg Orman. A vote for Greg Orman is a vote for the Obama agenda.
Elections for Congress, halfway through a 4-year presidential term, the midterms are often seen as a referendum on the president's policies, especially in an election like this with no single defining issue.
I think this year it's not clear what those issues are. I think generally the economy is still the biggest thing on voters' minds. That's the single overriding issue, but I think that most of the discussion has largely been about President Obama and whether or not his administration is being effective, and this is what the Republicans are essentially trying to sort of create this referendum.
The 1.5-century-old dome of the US Capitol is currently undergoing renovation, and inside, the election is likely to bring political changes too. While the House of Representatives on the south side of the building looks set to stay in Republican hands, the Senate, which meets over here, is up for grabs, with the Republicans hoping to take over. Democrats are trying to remain optimistic in the face of disappointing polls.
You've all seen the polls, right? Yeah. Ignore the polls. The only poll that counts is the poll on Election Day.
If Republicans do gain control of both chambers in Congress, it will be more difficult for the president to get federal appointees, such as judges, approved by the Senate. But the overall balance of power may be little changed.
Because the Republican majorities in the House and the Senate won't be enormous, they won't be so big that they could override a presidential veto or likely overcome Democratic filibusters on other issues. And so I think that the likelihood of a big change in governing seems low.
One remaining possibility is that the Senate could be split 50-50. This somewhat unlikely outcome would give Vice President Joe Biden the deciding vote, a position that would raise his profile if he were to run for the presidency in 2016.